Hello, everyone, and welcome in. This is Aaron St. Denis at FFMadScientist, joined by Jeremy Shulman at FF_Rebel and Jesse Moeller at JMoeller05. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Universe. Remember how hard it was to drill A chain in our head instead of A chain? That's what I'm doing right now with JMoeller05 instead of JMoeller05. So there you go. He can't hear me, can he? He's frozen.
No,
He gone. I see him. He's kind of laughing. I don't know. This is entertaining. Now he's drinking. I see
lost to the ether a bit.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah, I'm just gone.
Yeah, he's there in spirit. Anyways, we are here with another 2024 rookie sneak peek. This one is Wisconsin running back Braelon Allen. It was written by Jeremy. Check out the full write-up if you like over at fantasyfootballuniverse.com, where we have Allen and pretty much all the other top 100 offensive prospects, top 50 IDP guys, or check back tomorrow for the next video in the series. But don't expect Jesse to say anything because he's completely frozen now. So I guess on that note, we'll get into it. Braelon Allen, a four-star running back recruit out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. That seems like an overly French name for Wisconsin, but what do I know? Allen elected to skip his senior year and graduate early, accounting for his youth relative to the other running backs in this class. Though he was younger than nearly everyone on the field, Allen broke out as a true freshman at Wisconsin, working behind transfer Shane Malusi to start his college career. He quickly overtook him and became the featured piece of Wisconsin's offense. He's never let go of the starting role since, earning plenty of volume to produce more than 3,700 total yards and 35 touchdowns in his 3 seasons. Allen's size, speed, and youth all stand out as outliers in the underwhelming RB class. If an NFL team sees traits they can mold, he could go earlier than expected and become an excellent NFL starter for years to come, as the potential is definitely there. What really jumped out to you, Jeremy?
He's gigantic, right? He's just a massive Saquon Barkley looking guy.
Oh, Jesus Christ, is he ever? I didn't read that. Okay, his measurables, 6'2", 96th percentile, 245 pounds, 99th percentile, and he's easily the youngest running back we've looked at 20.1 years old. Holy shit, he's huge.
Yeah. And that's really the thing that you're going with Allen, right? Is the idea that he's raw. If I remember correctly, and you just read it, I didn't pay attention, but
yeah, you do that when I talk.
He graduated early, right, so that he could go to college early. So he's only played collegiate football as a teenager, right? He just turned 20 in January. So this guy is a freak of nature. You expect, barring injury, you expect him to be able to grow and develop with the tutelage of a NFL trainer and all the other coaches and teammates there to help him grow into his frame and become a legit NFL player. He doesn't seem to be there yet, though, and the concern is he hasn't really progressed in his 3 collegiate seasons after breaking out as a freshman. And, you would hope he was a better runner than he is.
You would think that means he's naturally intelligent, though, as a guy who, graduated early just to come to college. But I switched over to the other screen and went to go back and say, what stood out to you, Jesse? So what stood out to you, Jesse? Okay, good talk. All right, I guess we will move on then. You see here 3,400 yards rushing there, 2 really good seasons, but like you said, it was going the wrong way. Solid touchdown totals every year. Receiving totals, not a whole lot there. He got better. He did progress as a receiver, but scouting report, the strengths. He is gigantic and will run over defensive backs and linebackers. Mm-hmm. A plus receiver out of the backfield. Good vision as an inside runner. This seems like a early downs hammer if I ever seen one.
Yeah.
Good burst and quickness, especially for his size. Really good pad level. Almost always falls forward to gain an extra yard. True workhorse potential. What was his most notable strength for you?
He's massive. He's just running over guys, right? He doesn't really have a juke move. He doesn't need it. He just like barrels over dudes. But the other
It's
thing
just the
that's
Madden truck stick. That's the only move he needs.
exactly. But the other thing that's interesting to note here is he can catch the football. He's not a natural pass catcher, but he's not terrible. He's kind of like, the comps to AJ Dillon are already there just in terms of the size, right? Build. You hope he's better than AJ Dillon, but who knows? He might not be. But AJ Dillon, as we know, can also catch the ball if necessary. And Allen is that type of guy where he could be a Pacheco, a dump offs sort of, 40, 50 targets a season just because he's out there all the time and used in a true workhorse role. We don't see a lot of guys like that lately, but if given the opportunity and he develops, he could be a 3-down guy.
All right. How about you, Jesse? All right. Good talk. On to his weaknesses. Size limits his shiftiness and ability to make guys miss. Gets in good position as a pass protector, but too often bullied by blitzers, which is surprising given his speed. But I guess against the linemen, he's not nearly that big. Unimpressive route runner. Physical style creates ball security issues. What was the biggest issue for you?
Yeah, like you mentioned, I was shocked how often he had quick feet. He got in position to block a blitzer, and the guy just blew him up and like threw him back into whoever the quarterback at Clemson was this
It,
past year. Club
it
name.
goes to show you just how big some of these linemen are. Because I noticed that in a few tight ends where they were like 6'6", 6'7", 230 pounds. And it's like they just get run over by linemen because the technique and these linemen are so beefy that some of these offensive players, even the big guys, just can't make up for it.
I mean, quite obviously, he is athletic because he plays running back at a pretty high level at his size. It's just he's not a hyper athlete. And I think, again, you look at him and you think Saquon just because of the sheer size back there. But he's clearly not Saquon Barkley. I mean, Saquon was what, like a top 6 draft pick? And this guy is, we're thinking maybe 3rd, 4th round pick at this point. So
Where did
they're
Saquon
clearly.
go? 2, 3? I thought Saquon went like 2, didn't he?
Yeah, he was definitely top 6. I played it safe there. I
Pretty
think he
high up
was
there.
3 sounds right, maybe 5. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's a big guy, but that size comes with some limitations.
All right, let's move on to the next section. It is you have him going in the 4th round, so beginning of day 3. Excuse me. You have his ideal landing spot as the Minnesota Vikings. Tell me more about that. Jesse
Yeah,
says his internet has just quit working, so he's not coming back.
no worries. Listen, he doesn't need to, right? Who wants to keep talking about all these mediocre running backs in the draft? Not me, that's for sure.
Fair.
Look. Minnesota is a spot, as we know, where the passing game is set. They have multiple weapons, and their run game has been atrocious, largely because the guys behind the line have not been able to hold up for whatever reason. Their issues also extend to goal line, right? Where Braelon Allen, if they just bring in the biggest back in the class, that might dissipate somewhat. We're unsure if Kirk Cousins is going to come back. If you're reading the tea leaves, in the last week, now everyone seems to be leaning towards no, but who knows? Cousins could easily sign there, and Minnesota could be right back on track. So, if Cousins is back, Braelon Allen could be in a timeshare to start and eventually take over in a wide open backfield. If Cousins leaves and it's a young guy or a vet, it doesn't matter. You still have the passing game intact, and by midseason with Hawk back, they should be rolling, and he's going to have more open lanes, and he doesn't need to worry about doing anything but just running forward for 3 to 4 yards a clip, which is something that Madison couldn't do and Chandler struggled to do at times.
Yeah, I think I like this one. I feel like that's the right range of the draft. Early day 3 at some point. I don't know. He could sneak into day 2, but I don't know. All these guys, I think they're safe in 3 or 4. I like Minnesota as a landing spot. I don't mind Ty Chandler, but I have no interest in Alex Madison, so I don't mind this one at all. All right. Oh, this private message, that's just Jesse saying he's not coming back. All right. I guess that concludes the 2024 rookie sneak peek of another middling running back, Wisconsin running back Braelon Allen. If you want the full write-up by Jeremy, head over to fantasyfootballuniverse.com for Allen or any of the other prospects, and check back tomorrow for the next video in our series. For Aaron and Jeremy and some of Jesse, where the hell he went. Thank you for tuning into the Fantasy Football Universe. We will see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.